Good afternoon. I'm sitting here in my van at Lafayette Place Campground in, well, I guess this is Franconia Notch area, Franconia. I'm not exactly sure which town in New Hampshire it is. It's in, if this is technically Woodstock or Franconia, New Hampshire, or where I am. It's in Franconia Notch anyway. So this is a trip that didn't quite go as I had originally planned on it going. So I had plans to come up here yesterday, but one of my cats, Phelan, had a little problem earlier in the week. He had a day there where he decided to just be very lethargic and not eat or anything, so I had to make an appointment to go see the vets. And of course that appointment happened yesterday morning, Friday morning. So unfortunately I had to drop one day for the trip. It was going to be an interesting adventure because I was going to start off coming up on a Friday into the White Mountain National Forest and try to find a campsite without a reservation. And then the next day I had a reservation for one night at Lafayette Place Campground where I was going to meet with my brother. And then from there we have to head up to Pittsburgh, New Hampshire for Lake Francis State Park for a couple more nights up there. Didn't quite go as planned, but we just lost the first night. That was going to be the solo part of the trip. My brother's meeting me here after work, and then tomorrow we are proceeding on to Pittsburgh. So, the next conundrum. I don't have cell phone service here. T-Mobile doesn't work. Verizon occasionally gives me something, but it's very, very weak, so it's pretty much useless. And my AT&T hotspot isn't working. It actually would probably work to some extent, but I actually ran out of my 20 gigabytes of data. I thought it would have reset, but apparently it resets tomorrow. So I'm offline at the moment. So how do I communicate with the outside world when I'm completely offline? Well, I'll show you. I got a little satellite box called the SpotX. And this is it right here. I've already sent in a couple of messages. One off to my mother to let her know I'm okay, and one off to my brother to let him know that he's going to have to reach me there, not on the regular cell phone. It's a neat little gadget. I can't move it right now because I'm trying to make sure I don't have any new messages coming in from anybody. But it just needs a good line of sight to the sky, and we can send and receive text messages, and that's what it's for. It's for emergency communications. It's a neat little thing to have, though, and it can also allow me to leave a bread trail every 10 minutes. It will ping where I am, or the GPS coordinates. So if people need to know where I am, they can, as long as they have the appropriate link to see it. And yeah, seems to be working okay. It's a little on the slow side sending and receiving messages. I'm just, like I said, I managed to send out 3 messages so far. I haven't received any yet. I'm still waiting for it to actually receive something. I'll show you more of that later once I'm not trying to actively use it. But for now, I'm just sitting in the van for a few minutes and wait for that to sync up, and then I'm gonna head out for a little bit of a walk to see if I can find any cell phone service in this place anywhere. To see if I can add a little extra data onto my AT&T hotspot, so I can get online tonight. Otherwise, yeah, I guess it's just going to be a quiet evening by the fire pit. Tomorrow, I know the place I'm staying up in Pittsburgh has good cell phone service, so we should be good tomorrow anyway, but tonight it's going to be a little bit rough. Anyway, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this campground. All I'm hearing is the sound of, the Pemmy River is right next to my campsite, and I can't hear it over all the noise from the highway. It's really sad, but it's also a strange access setup here because you can only access Lafayette Place Campground from I-93 south. So I actually had to drive up north, go to the exit for the Cannon Mountain, turn around, and come back south a couple miles to get to the campground. And now tomorrow when I want to head out, I'm going to have to do basically the same thing. I'm going to have to get on the highway, go southbound, get off at the next exit, turn around, and head back north. Ugh, weird. Oh, looks like it's finally done fetching messages. So I can actually see all my messages right here too. I can access them right on my phone here. And I see nobody has responded to me, so I guess it's time to go off my little hike then and see if I can find myself some cell phone service. I was not able to find a spot that had internet anyplace or cell service anyplace, unfortunately, so looks like I'm cut off for tonight. Rather frustrating, but oh well. It is what it is. Looks like I would have had some limited AT&T service if I hadn't run out of data on my Cricket Wireless. I don't know how I used up 20 gigabytes of data in a month, but apparently I did, so oh well. So it's gonna be a quiet night tonight. Yeah, those Spot X devices are real cool. No, I can't make a phone call on it, but I can send and receive text messages on it. It is a little slow. It can take up to 10 minutes to send or receive a message, depending on how good of a view it has of the satellites. And you can see there's a lot of trees here, so it doesn't have a very good view of the satellites here, so it's a little on the slow side. So it takes it a few minutes, but I was able to send a message to my brother. He got it, responded to it, said he's on his way, so at least I know he's coming. And yeah, I also sent a message to my mother, let her know I was okay, and haven't heard back from her yet, but she probably hasn't checked her messages yet. She only checks them once in a while. But anyway, I'm here. Isn't a whole lot to do, but let's get the fire started anyway. Let's get the fire pit started. There. So I picked up another new toy. This is a flameless lighter, an arc lighter. I don't know how well it's going to work on a fire pit. It's really designed for starting candles, things like that, but we're going to try it on the fire pit anyway. You see, it's just puts a little spark in the middle of it there. High voltage little arc of electricity going across. Gets hot fast. Hopefully, with the paper bag doused in lighter fluid, this will start right up for me though. Let's find out. Oh yeah, yes it does. Look at that. Hot right on. Alright, it's good enough. I don't need to get the other side of it. Look at that. Fire started. Just a little electricity. Very cool. Alright. The problem with butane lighters is they get wet or it gets cold and they don't work very well. This will work all the time. It's got a USB port on the bottom of it. I just plug it in and charge it up. And yeah, this will be a useful addition to the setup. So, looking forward to more adventures with it, but yeah, that was fun. So good morning from Lafayette Place Campground. My brother showed up around 6:30 last night and didn't really do much more video recording at that point in time, but we didn't do a whole lot last night there. We had a couple of cheeseburger subs and just kind of relaxed for a bit. Because I didn't have any cell phone service, I went to bed fairly early last night, and now I'm just starting to get up and start the day. It's about 7 o'clock. Got up a little bit early because I went to bed early. And I'm pretty anxious to get out of here so I can get someplace where I get some cell service again. So hopefully we'll be able to have a quick breakfast and hit the road. So anyway, let's see what it's like outside. After another soggy night. Seems to be the norm for camping trips this year. Everything is packed back into the van. Yeah, we didn't quite burn through all the firewood. The skies opened up just at bedtime. Just around 11 o'clock. There's Jack, old fan Jack, all packed up. Weather station's in. Everything's ready to go. We're going to start working our way towards Pittsburgh now. First though, we're going to head south just a little bit, get some cell phone service. Check the weather forecast, see what we're up against the next couple days here, because we weren't expecting the rain like we had last night. So gonna get that, and then we're gonna start heading north. We might stop over at Dixville Notch and do Table Rock, depending on what the weather's going to be like. But otherwise, time to hit the road.